Greetings and salutations, travelers. Welcome back to the Inn of Planar Crossroads, and as always, welcome back to the Around the Hearth series. This time, we are discussing, as you've seen in the thumbnail, Boxcar Brawl. Now, this is technically, in our April Absurdity, doing our adventure hook type of thing. So you can check that out. The first one was done for kind of the world building one. It appears to be the one that's going to take the most time, but we'll see. I'm pretty sure we've got a good idea of what we're going to be kind of hoping to accomplish with the adventure hooks and the characters and maybe some of the MacGuffins and such when we get to those. This time is the adventure hook stuff. So we're going to be taking each of those boxcars that we did before and giving them some kind of adventure to go along with it, or an adventure hook to go along with them. So stay tuned for that. Before we get into that, we need to do Dan's introductions and announcements. So this time it will be me first like normal, and then Skrat, and then Dan. So I am Adam L. Spain with the Inn of Planar Crossroads. You can find us at innofplanarcrossroads.com or theiopc.com. Either one of those works. We've got a YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, Twitch, X, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Subscribestar, PayPal, Locals, Patreon, all that type of stuff. And if you want to do any of those and support in any of those, it only takes one time of support to get access to our Discord, which is for travelers only, which is what you become when you are do that, and that gets you access to each of these pages in a printable form. So they'd be printable PDFs. They'll be in black and white, and they are printed to the margins so that they don't overflow. They will look nice when they're printed. So that's how it's formulated, and most printers should be able to handle everything that it's got on there. So there you go. I'm going to doodle them up. That's the plan, is to doodle them up and decorate them up after we get the information in there each time. So that's me. That means we can go to Skrat.
Yo, that's me, Skrat from A Squirrel Plays over on YouTube. I'm making videos as you do in that area. A lot of TTRPG stuff, but I like to focus on the narrative side of TTRPGs, making fun monsters, worlds, locations, characters, storytelling stuff, because this is what I do. I feel very silly promoting the same book. I should get another one, but till then, you get to see that one. Lots of TTRPG reviews too. Indie stuff, I don't really get into the big name games, because now that I've said that, honestly, I don't know what is big name other than 5e and Pathfinder. So...
Well, there's like World of Darkness, and is
that big name? Stuff. I guess Shadow Dark's kind of big name now. I mean, it got so popular so fast. But yeah, I like to dive into the indie scene because I like the smaller, simpler games. But we do get into some crunchy ones, as you will see. That's actually somebody we're gonna shout out today here in a minute. But that is all from me.
All right, that means we're to Dan from Avenue Studios.
If I can breathe, I choked on my drink. Hey, everybody. Dan from Avenue Studios. You can find us on YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, and anywhere you listen to your podcasts as I die. Check us out. Thursday nights, we will be starting in April. End of April, we'll be starting our next mini-campaign, Eldamon, from the Battle Zoo Bestiary Roll for Combats content. And then, of course, Scratterdays, our miscellaneous one-shots playtesting those indie systems that pique the squirrel's interest. And Monster
or
Night
offered to me.
Well, also, whatever way it piques your interest, right? So we have a lot of fun. And Monster May also will be coming up. We'll be playing a bunch of one-shots and games with monsters to raise some money to create the Love, Death, and Monsters adventure module, a murder mystery I've been running for many years at conventions, and we want to put it into an actual PDF with nice art and make it available in as many systems as possible, including the big boys, but Ironbound as well, and probably Nuts. I'll have to talk to Skrat about it, but
I mean, you can put anything in
Yeah.
this.
It's really a shell of
But
a
yeah.
system that you put in things to.
Yeah, you know. Hey.
So yes. Anyways, wait. There it is. Too late.
Moment's gone.
They changed where it was.
Wah.
So
Okie dokie.
join us.
All right. That means we're done with Dan's introductions and announcements in a quick time, hopefully, for y'all. And we can go to our Levi's Shoutout, which is Ishanakon World Shapers. This month. And it is mostly setting agnostic type of system where you can go back and forth and do different things with. It's really crunchy on the character creation side if you want that, as Skrat said. So, or said last time. He said that last time. So, with the numbers that they were putting out there on their little blurb, that's a lot of numbers. So, those are probably possible combinations. So
right, that's the goal. Is like literally you can make anything. I do have to say, our characters that we played in the one shot, I was doing a demon slayer, and it felt like he did it. He got it with all those options.
And I was a robo
felt
pirate, and we had a mind-reading alien with a pistol and cowboy dock. So we picked it for this month for a reason.
Yep.
There you go. That almost sounds like Bomb Squad, but yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, so you can try out Ishanakon. He's the YouTube is currently at 131 subscribers. So pop over there, subscribe, so you can check it out. And I believe that is our Levi's Shoutout done. So we're done with Dan's introductions and announcements. We're done with Levi's Shoutout. It's time to grab your preferred beverage and join us around the hearth for the Councils of Kane as we discuss. There we go. Boxcar Brawl. Skål.
Cool. Don't choke this time. Better.
Don't mix your drink so strong, Dan. What's the problem?
It's just chai. It's nothing exciting.
You drink alcohol and stuff like that, and then you choke on chai.
It's fine. Yeah. Give me bourbon on the rocks. My body knows what to do with that.
My liver can handle that. Oh no, my throat can handle that. It's this chai stuff, man.
It's not used to good things.
It's true. My
Seriously,
wife
though?
did buy this for me. It's like bone collagen and all that stuff or whatever.
Well, speaking of chai, while I copy these over to our adventure hooks, Looneyland, Sold Short, and Relativity, speaking of chai, I make my own chai mix at home. And I think I got it down now.
You might have to learn how to do that. Didn't know that was an option.
Awesome.
Well, to be fair, I do cheat when it comes to that because I have access to my sister's. My sister has milk. She has milk cattle, and so I get real
You got
cream.
the good stuff. Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you now. You take the
Makes
cream.
a difference.
Yes. You take the cream, you put like this much in your cup, like an inch or something of cream, and you get your water heating up, but you get that inch of cream. And I figured out how to do the mix. You don't put the dry milk mix in it. You use the cream alone. And that heavy cream, you whip it up with the mix in it while you are waiting for the water heat up. And you have whipped cream chai tea. I'm telling you, man.
Is that even tea at that point?
It's got chai tea mix in it. It might be chai tea flavored whipped cream, but it is chai tea. But yeah, that's
awesome,
how I
dude.
do it. Yeah. If I come up again, I'm going to try and make a point to do that and bring it so that.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I mean, that would totally spoil Jacob and
yes. As grandsons of dairy farmers, we would love it.
yeah,
been a
Jacob and
long
Mush
time,
would be
man.
like, oh.
Yes.
Then I have to send some to Skrat.
Well, I'll meet you over in Hot Springs.
Yeah. See? A lot easier. That's a lot easier.
There's always a Hot Springs episode.
Yeah, we'll have to do that. If we actually do meet up in Hot Springs, we'll record like a one-shot or something, and then we'll just call it the Hot Springs episode. Play like a Unga Bunga Chunga Wunga go on vacation. They go on vacay. They go on Flintstone-style vacay to the Hot Springs. Ugh. Already got it planned now. But that's not planning these adventure hooks. So let's get into these adventure hooks. Alright, so Looney Land, Sold Short, and Relativity. What do you want to do?
Well, this is an adventure hook, so like my hook was the whole world eater thing. That's why we're getting on the train to stop the end of the world.
It's like room 1408. Done.
Yeah. So are we now needing an adventure for each car, like what we're doing in them? Oh,
yeah, that's the idea.
Well, crap.
Well, I can. If you
all right. What
take
do you?
A minute to think.
So what do you got on Sold Short or Relativity?
For Relativity, I'm kind of liking, because I have the idea, spoilers for upcoming episodes, of having one of the people there being the ticket master. Okay. And it's this skeleton figure. It's probably someone, either it's what we were talking about, a manifestation of the train, the sentient train, or it's someone who's been there so long it's become a slave to it, or something like that. And so that creature is in control of the shifting gravity and the changing stairs, and it's trying to punch the character's tickets. So you can base all his powers around that.
Okie dokie. So the ticket master is the Who. Let me see if I can find the railway slang term for ticket master while we continue to think.
I think I got mine. I like that, since I got the cartoon logic going on in my car. I like the idea of you just do the super tropey / traditional. Yeah, there's a damsel in the tower being guarded by a dragon that you got to defeat. But now you have all that Looney Tune logic at your disposal to overcome this dragon.
Oh my gosh. Yes, it's like Bugs Bunny episode or something.
I like that. So, so you have your adventure getting to the dragon, right? You can have climb the mountain, go dangerous volcano, whatever it is you got to do. Go through that, then the dragon fight, but again with the cartoon logic, and you could have a lot of fun with the cartoon logic and the adventure of getting there, right?
Oh yeah,
like just overcoming the natural hazards, but then the dragon, and then saving the damsel in distress. That's what restores the car or the world or whatever. So I think it'd be fun.
I like that too. It gives some options. They potentially could get past the dragon and avoid the fight if they could get to the princess.
That's right. They just gotta get her. Yeah, get her safe.
I always
might put something in there that they have to kill the dragon. I don't know. I guess it'd be up to the GM, but I just like the idea of super familiar thing that you got to do. It's like, okay, this story's been told 1,000 times, but now you have all this illogical logic to work with to make it happen. So I guess you could, because the dragon would be part of that world, so the GM could have fun with that logic too. With the dragon, like it could be doing weird cartoony things too.
It sticks its head in the doorway to get at y'all and shoot flames at y'all, but then it gets its head stuck while you guys escape out the side and just pull it like that. Pops the front off, and then it's like carrying the front around as it's running after y'all. Okie dokie. So let me see if I got that train. Name for person who takes tickets. The conductor does that. Let me see. Nope. That's not helping.
Well, and I like, for the Ticketmaster too, I was trying to think of, because I always love those multiple options to solve it. Like, you could just defeat him in combat. I'm thinking the other thing is, like, someone else could take the mantle and he's finally relieved. But now they are kind of cursed as the new Ticketmaster until you guys can defeat the whole train. There's other options, like he needs order, and so you have to disrupt the order because he wants everyone to punch their tickets. And there's got to be a curse of some kind if you get your ticket punched. And obviously there's the if your ticket's punched, play on death, right?
You have to defeat him without getting your ticket punched.
Or maybe you have a number of tickets, and if all of them get punched, you're dead.
Like, say if you're playing in say you're playing in, I don't know, Nuts, and you've got like 3 tickets, that have to be punched. Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, but
that would be perfect.
Well, you can play on that idea of him punching the tickets where your tickets haven't been punched, which is why you can go between the cars, because you don't, because the train doesn't recognize where you're supposed to be as the PCs.
Right.
So if your ticket ever gets punched, you can't leave that car. So you either have to get a different ticket, find someone else who doesn't have a ticket, or if he punches your ticket, you're stuck on the train until, like you said, it's finished. That could still be something.
I like that. And I think it would be a fun monster because he's the one that controls the infinity stairs and shifting gravity and all that kind of stuff. So it would be a really fun monster to run.
Let me see. This thing.
I'll say return the damsel back to the castle. How about that?
Restore the world. Okie dokie.
Yeah, sometimes when we're editing this, like 2 lines will overlap each other, and then I can't read it. It's like as I was typing that one, that's what happened. I was like, oh crap, now I can't finish the sentence.
Yeah.
I can't see what I'm looking at.
Okay, so I think it's the conductor that usually does the ticket taking from what I'm seeing. So we could call him the conductor or the train master, either one. Or we can just leave it as the ticket master, since this seems to be something this is an ethereal train. So the train master might be at the front.
I say train master makes you think.
Right.
Kind of final boss, whereas ticket master's like, oh, this is part of the train.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. So ticket master
And sold short.
is at the core of this realm. Defeat him. Cool. Okay, so relativity, the ticket master is the core of the realm. Defeat him without letting him punch your ticket to progress to the next car.
There's a possibility that could be one of the later cars. You're getting close to the end. Because it's starting to get into the meta of the train. Could be a way of warning the players of how hard the final is going to be.
Mm-hmm. And it might be good.
This is hard.
Yeah, and it might be good to have the Ticketmaster be insurmountable under just, if you try to face him front up, he might be something very insurmountable. So it would be good if they saw, like in Looney Land or Sold Short, especially if they saw it in Sold Short, where maybe the Ticketmaster is their size, but he faces off against one of the residents, the big colossal residents, and he just effortlessly stops him.
Right.
And he simply takes his ticket, and it just automatically shrinks down to his size, and he punches it, and the guy, whatever happens when your ticket is punched happens to him.
Right.
And so, and then he hands it back.
That would be cool.
Maybe he just says,
"You could
welcome to the train."
That could be slightly something you said ahead of time too, where, like you're saying, like if you're in nuts, you do your HP as the tickets. That's kind of perfect. And whoever is sending you to stop this train says, "Don't run out of these tickets, or you will be trapped there."
Yeah. So your ticket can only be your ticket can only be punched so many times. So you can only rebel against the train so many times. Before it's. So the Ticketmaster is kind of like its immune system.
So,
but you get a free ice cream when you fill controls.
You remember we were talking earlier about being able to jump a limited number of times. So every time you jump to a new car, you run the risk of running into the Ticketmaster.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So.
Because he doesn't. You're not supposed to be jumping cars. You have a seat you're supposed to be sitting in.
Yeah.
Oh, and
so
that would be.
You'd have to have another layer of HP, right? You'd have your regular HP for fighting things, and then you'd have the ticket count, and then
sure.
Yeah.
Right. So, like in what is it? Like in Open Legend, that's lethal damage, basically.
Right.
So each ticket could be lethal damage.
Yep.
And you could, and when they make it to those train cars that are up near the front that have people sitting in them, that we said might have been empty, maybe they have people sitting in them that the players have seen have their final ticket punched.
Yeah.
And and they're just sitting there listening to the train.
Right.
And if they try to talk to them, maybe they're staring outside and they just look at them and say something like, "Aren't the stars beautiful today?" Look back out and there's no stars.
I love that.
So yeah, starts off fun, goes creepy by the end. That's how you do it.
I like the random Ticketmaster encounter. That works.
All right, so we'll. I'm gonna make a note right down there about that.
And that wouldn't be specific to a car either. Like that's each time they jump, you roll. It's like, all right, is he gonna be in here, and where is he gonna be, and they can try and get out of it or not.
Until they get to relativity, then they can stop them. Then they can actually stop him, because that's his home place. So that means the next jump is without risk, but it's also one of the end cars, so they're ready for that risk to go away type of thing. So
unless you have, I don't know if we have enough cars for it, but if each car was random, like you had a random pool to pull from and you rolled each time they jumped, that's like, and they wouldn't know that car is the Ticketmaster's car. But I guess you'd have to give them some kind of notion like, hey, this is where the Ticketmaster can come to an end, like you can beat him here or something. Then you don't have to worry about him anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be an interesting thing if you had a table and you're rolling on it. They'd have to be allowed to run away from if they hit cars that they're not ready for. Can they at least then take the risk of jumping again to run away? It's like,
Yeah, and if they end up with 2 punches in their tickets and they're like, okay, we're not risking this anymore. We got to go to the engine. We got to wrap it up now. So, but if they roll they get the nat 20 on their car roll or whatever, and they land on the Ticketmaster's one. They're like, oh, well, we can stop them here, and then we won't have to worry each time we jump.
Right.
So
Right.
then we can knock
Free
out
ride.
every car so long as we don't die the normal way. And then make the BBEG really easy.
That's cool. I like that. That's a possibility.
Okie dokie. So
It
what are we
makes it
going to do with
replayable too?
what are we going to do with Sold Short?
Which one was that one? That's where you shrunk.
Shrunk, yeah.
That one just trying to get out. Like it drops you in a place and you got to overcome all these large obstacles.
Yeah. Do you lean into the Honey I Shrunk the Kids grounded sword?
Try and get big again?
To the house. Or yeah, we could do that.
Well, see, that's the thing. We decided
across the backyard.
We decided in this one that you weren't shrunk. That's just how big you are.
Fair, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So, is there like some machine you override and blow? Is there other people? We already did the rescuing thing once, so.
I just thought Jack and the Beanstalk. Gotta kill the giant.
A big bug you gotta kill.
Or, I mean, this might be I'm leaning too much into fairy tale or something. Maybe there's the goose. You gotta
get the golden egg. Good.
Hold on, I'm working on something. I'm working on it. We'll see if you guys like it.
No.
All right.
Well, when Google sorts itself out, there it goes. Up the stairs to the boy room.
It might be. There is prevent single lines checked.
Really? Where do you see
I
that?
don't want to mess anything up. It's in the. It's next to alignment. Your spacing.
Where's that?
Up at the top with font and everything.
Say normal
I've
text.
just
That's
never
your
seen that.
styles. Spelling and grammar check.
I don't want to mess up if Adam has a system though and he's comfortable in it.
I do not like that it doesn't cross over. So let me
Okay.
see.
I'll try to fix it.
Okay. So what I've got on Sold Short so far is make it through the yard, into the house, and up the stairs to the boys' room where there is a toy train that they can enter at the caboose to get to the next car.
I like that.
That's fun.
I feel like, yeah, if you could hint to the players, all right, you got to get up to this room. When they see the train, the toy train, they'd be like, all right, there's something in there.
Right. There's a little Toy Story feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
Did I fix it? Or
Let
did
me
you
see.
have to enter?
Let me see. Well, I'll refresh.
I'm gonna... Nope, I didn't
It's
fix it.
overlapping.
Yeah.
Fiddlesticks.
I think it's just Google stinking.
Sorry, that's me. I did single space. I don't know why it's doing that. Poor Adam's trying to type it. Mess around with stuff.
What else wanted to do? Gotta find where it was. There it is.
Here, I'm gonna fix it again.
I'm gonna refix it.
Oh, it doesn't let me undo the change. It's single space.
Oh, it's doing it now.
Okay.
At least it did just now. Yep.
Yay! Just messed everything else up.
I'll fix it later. All right, so relative.
We'll fix it in post. Adam loves
Fix it in post. I hate post work. All right, so beware the giant insects. And let me see, is it colossal or huge? It's huge, I think. World. We'll do huge residents.
Are the residents even present in this one? Are you going to have giants walking around?
I don't know that it would hurt because it's one of those things where do you recognize when there's an ant on the ground type of thing? So it's not like
Fair
they'll
point.
be after them. Because unlike in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, nobody's looking for them. So
Yeah.
Right.
GM, no. Where's the G? GM note. This is a good spot to show the power of the NPCs like Ticketmaster. There we go. All right.
Matter of fact, again, this would be if you had the right order and if the might be a little dark, but if the kid was in his room and you're like, dang it, we got to get to that train, but the kid's like, he would see us running across the floor, and then the Ticketmaster shows up and just punches the kid's ticket, and the kid's gone after that.
Oh yeah. Oh man. You depending on how hard you wanted to be with it, you could have like the dad come in right when the Ticketmaster's doing it,
No.
and it's like,
Don't take my boy.
no, take me instead of your son has broken the rules of the train. He must go to his seat. No, I'll go. Punch my ticket. You have not yet broken enough rules to go.
Oh,
to your
it would
seat.
be neat if you walked into the room, didn't know what you needed to do. That whole thing played out with the kid, and then like the dad got mad and smacked something after the Ticketmaster left, and whatever he knocked spilled something over, and that's what you needed.
Oh, so he
Or
kicked
provided a way
Mm.
to get to what you needed.
Oh,
That's
so
some like video game logic, but it might work.
he throws he throws his son's stuff off, and so the stuff's dangling off. His toys are dangling off his plate.
Yeah, something
thing.
like that.
And now they have to climb up the railroad ties that are dangling down, to get to the caboose.
Or
That's fun.
it could be worse for the player or something. Like you could show them what they need, and it could be, let's say it's in the train, one particular car of it, and then that scene plays out, and the dad's all sad and upset, and is like holding the train piece that you need, and then takes a moment, and then he leaves. He sets it up high, so
Oh, so like Bane Boone type of stuff.
Yes. Final challenge.
it was right there.
All right. Okay. So these seem cool to work off of. The Looney Land is going to be... we might bulk it out a little bit, but...
At a time. Next episode. Let's go.
Boom.
This is a pretty good place to stop. So, I think this is...
Yeah, that's fun.
That means that we've got Looney Land taken care of, Sold Short, and Relativity. We're kind of vague on Relativity. Defeat him without letting him punch your ticket to progress to the next car. And we'll put watch out for the Minotaur on that roam that patrol.
Nice.
The Looney Tune one can be... I don't feel like it needs to be bulked out because it's a very familiar thing. It's like, oh yeah, quest to the location. There's the dungeon. Go through, fight the dragon. It's how you do the things along the way that would make that one unique.
Hmm.
Since your mechanics no longer make sense.
Right. And I still like with the Ticketmaster those multiple options. Like you could just fight him. I like the idea that he would try to talk first because he just wants to punch your ticket. That's all he wants to do. Potentially they could talk their way into something. Like somebody takes on the mantle and releases him finally.
But then his question would be, how might you demonstrate your qualifications for such a position? You know, you can start to bargain back and forth.
Yep.
Bargain with the devil.
And if it goes, yep. Because then there's got to be a curse to having the ticket punch of some kind.
Yeah, because you can go to any car you want to at any time. Because you're the ticket master.
Maybe they have to punch someone's ticket as long as they have it. Like anytime they go to a car or something.
You have to punch your party member's ticket.
Oh, yeah. Well, you would become lawful. You would, to use alignments, you would probably become lawful in that. And it be a descriptive, and it'd be a prescriptive thing for your character now, not a descriptive thing. So no matter how much you don't want to, you have to punch the ticket. It becomes compulsory. And maybe you could have it where they could make a roll, to some kind of mental roll to avoid doing it right that moment. They could delay the punch and seek to do it that way. But this ticket master has no desire to delay the punch. He's here to punch the tickets. That's what he does. That's his entire existence. So, again, how might you demonstrate your qualifications for such a position?
I don't know, boss.
That's fun. I like that because he could start with that, like he's always seeking someone to take his position, but if no one wants to, then we're gonna fight. But maybe we can talk things out.
Shmaybe.
All right. We might throw out some bulk ups for that, for the wording on these as we go through the month and figure things out, and I get them typed in there. But this looks pretty good so far. So
Beautiful.
I guess we're to Skrat's final question.
Oh no. All right, let's see. All right. I have an answer for this one.
He's just picking the ones that he already knows his answer to.
Yes.
What's a TTRPG session you've been in where something so absurd happened it completely derailed the game? Mine's recent.
Well, if you already know yours, go ahead.
It was the TriCube game. I think we got about 10 minutes into what Jacob had planned, and then
which TriCube game? Oh, both? Okay.
No. It was the second session, the tactics. The party became invested in this man's marriage for some reason.
Yeah. I was present for that one. Well, I was in the chat.
Good. Yeah. Like, well, we could put him in the tournament, let him fight the tiger. Oh crap, he won. He was supposed to die.
He was supposed to die. Everything went wrong.
Oh,
or
man.
Right, depending on your perspective, I suppose.
I so wanted. I was just ready for both. I was ready for Grimwood's character to die. Like he's got to get die, and then Avon guy getting away. Okay, I can live with that.
Yeah.
No, you want to go back into town? No, guards get you. No, that's what you get. No. But no, I still think it'd be funny if he was after
resource.
Yeah, if he's after her, and her and her husband have already patched it up, and they've already moved to the coast, and Avon and the Bard, we'll call him the Bard, get through, and they actually make it to their old villa, but it's been sold to this couple, and this may not even be a couple, maybe some old dude or something, or one of Avon's or the Bard's other mal-introducted individuals. Mal-inclined individuals, there we go. Disinclined individuals. Well, I think that would be funny.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so what do you got, Dan? That made it go off the rails.
Made it go off the rails. It's
Every
not
penguin game.
funny. Yeah. That's for sure. Even Jake goes off the rails. Mr. Beaver was impromptu created that night. Man. There may be this game I ran at one time. One of the players decided to just drag another player straight into the main evil guy's big thing and separated the whole party, and it actually turned into a rough thing meta-wise. Like for the players at a meta level. We worked it out and I was able to twist the story, but technically those two characters should have just died right then, because that decision just didn't make sense at all. Like the situation they jumped into, it was like easy 2-second thing for the bad guy to just kill him immediately. So, from a GM perspective, I was like, okay, we got to move this on. But it worked out. It worked out in the end. I can make it work. You should be dead, but it's fine.
Alright. Well,
how about you, Adam?
I don't know. Murder Chicken was kind of a pretty solid derailment. It didn't actually derail anything. We just rolled with it and it was like, oh yeah, okay, he throws it at her and she dies. Henrietta, well, I think technically she did damage. It was inflict wounds or something like that. They were like level 1 or 2. So it was easy to get the kill with that spell, with how much other damage had been done. But I don't remember if Henrietta got the kill or if she was just helpful. But that didn't really derail anything. I'm trying to think of a derailment. It's been a long time. My son can derail things because he doesn't. He did when we were playing. He didn't. He was younger, so he didn't have a specific plan on what he wanted to do. So everything was kind of a derailment. But so it was very sandboxy.
Right. Every decision is right in the moment.
I guess the Murder Chicken, but I'm used to just rolling with the punches, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, that means questions have been answered for Skrat, and it's time for our outro. We did okay this time on our timing and length for y'all, so hopefully you've enjoyed. Do stop on by at, there we go, Shanakon World Shapers, and check them out. You can subscribe on YouTube, and they're at 131 right now. You can go ahead and subscribe for free at and give them. We're trying to get them to 500. So check that out. It's got a big, crunchy character creation system, and you can check out Skrat on his channel of Squirrel Plays. He just did a Barbarian, and then Do You Know Your Character, which I haven't watched just yet. So. I'm pretty sure I will like it. And then Dan from Avenue Studios, found on YouTube, Rumble, Patreon, Locals, all that type of stuff. Check them out at avenuestudios.media. Their webpage looks much nicer than mine. So, there you go.
I have a guy.
He's got a guy.
I take no credit for that. Yeah.
He knows a guy who knows a guy. And then...
Does good work.
Gets it checked, you know. Then you can check out inofplanarcrossroads.com or the iopc.com. Either one of those should work. Hopefully, you've enjoyed this time. And as always, have a great day. God bless and enjoy. Oh, and the comment is what was it? Choo Choo Contentions.
Choo-choo. Yep.
Choo-choo
Or choo-choo confrontations.
Choo-choo confrontations. There we go. So if you didn't stick around for the outro, you didn't get it. Bye.
Bye.
This content was made possible by travelers and viewers like you. Thank you.
Nice, good catch.
Yeah.
So before I forget, Love, Death, and Monsters, that Monster May thing. Do you want / need a nuts game? Because I had an idea for one.
I would love it. Yes, dude. We've just changed it because we were going to do a Kickstarter, and I've been doing a lot of thinking and talking with people, so we're switching it. So we're just going to run the whole month, and then any Streamlabs donations and tipping, it'll still do the same thing where we have the effects, you know, the mechanical benefits or detriments and everything. But we're earmarking all of that. We might have another bar showing, hey, we want to hit this amount, and we're going to put all that money into making this product. So making it a little, I have to do less marketing that way because I don't have time. I just don't have time.
No, it is the most finite of resources.
Yeah. But I think this will be fun because I can have everybody on and we can do some fun stuff with it.